Back at it again, week 2 here in the Orange and Black studios. Good to talk to you, Coach. Welcome back after a great win over Boise State in the border war. First of all, your thoughts about that? I know it came down to the very last match.
No, it's a rival meet with Boise State. Kind of teams know each other, so there's always can be some prizes here and there in that meet and some close matches. And last week against Michigan we got beat by bonus points. This week we won by bonus points. So it's a good way to win for getting the pin the last match and getting the win.
What was going through your mind coming down to the last match, trailing 16-15, and then coming back with the pin that Austin Moorhead had? What were your thoughts kind of going in there and then obviously after the pin?
Well, I thought, going to the last 2 matches, we're going to have to win one of them. So, we've kind of had the match won at 65, got reversed right at the end. So then it came down to Austin Moorhead. And, we haven't really seen Austin a lot in competition. It was wasn't a matchup. He hadn't wrestled Bacon before. So it was one of those matches you just didn't really know what was going to happen. And we were able to, secure the pin.
Is it a way for Austin, obviously a junior transfer, to kind of earn his stripes as a Beaver?
Well, I think it's a good, his first win in a dual meet competition, and when he also, you earn the win for the team. It's kind of, I think he got really excited about it and was pretty pumped up about it.
What a way for the Border Axe to stay with Oregon State, 3rd straight win for the Beavers. Nice to keep it in your possession.
Well, it's nice, you got that rivalry with the coaches and the athletes. I think get into it, so as you kind of get each team's best performance, and it's kind of nice to have bragging rights.
Well, before we look ahead toward this weekend, we'll take one last look back. Last weekend, obviously one of the highlights, Chad Hankey still undefeated, 2-0 in dual competition, 7-0 overall as a heavyweight. Your thoughts on how he's been doing this year?
Well, I think he adjusted to heavyweight last year. He's been looking good so far. This year, he'll get some good tests here coming up. Next couple of weeks. So I think he likes where he's at. He's wrestling well, and he can do a lot of things for a heavyweight.
Great. Okay, and the task at hand this weekend. Cliff Keen invite. Las Vegas, Nevada. You guys are going to be wrestling a lot of student athletes. Your thoughts going into competition?
Well, it's going to be a good test individually. You'll get there's a lot of good individuals, a lot of top-ranked guys at each weight class. No matter what weight class you are, you're going to see some good competition. Kind of guys that you're going to see down the road at the NCAA tournament. So it's a good test, a measuring stick to see where you're at as an individual. And then if you do well individually, that kind of builds your team and gives your team a chance to win the tournament. So as an individual, you go down there to see where you're at, go down there to win the tournament. And as a team, if you get enough guys doing that, you do well team-wise.
And this, of course, a little bit different than Mike Clock earlier in the year. This is a Friday, Saturday. Mike Clock was only one day of competition. Any difference when you have 2 days like that?
Well, it kind of simulates your tournaments towards the end of the year. The NCAA tournament's a 3-day tournament. So a 2-day tournament's always good to have during the year, and I think we have 2 of them. And so you got to make weight twice. There's that kind of that grind of a tournament. You're wrestling probably 3 or 4 times that first day, and 2 or 3 times that next day. So it's kind of you get a lot of matches in 2 days.
Great. So really prepare you guys for later on in the season. First 2 dual meets out of the way. You're entering your second sort of open competition. You guys sort of at the place you thought you would be competition-wise?
Well, I think I think we made I saw improvement. I thought from the Michigan meet to the Boise State meet. Being our second date, and again that's something you're looking forward to the next weekend too. Is just stepping it up. Hey, where we made some mistakes, eliminating those mistakes and moving forward and getting better.
Okay, and one last thing, obviously Las Vegas, a very interesting city. You guys going to be able to take in any of the sites and kind of see the city at all, or is it just going to be all about wrestling?
We'll see the airport, and we'll see the hotel and the venue. So that's about all you have time for. You're down there. I don't think you even see out the outside. You're either in the hotel or you're in the wrestling arena all day, and so you're pretty busy. We don't have time to take in many sites.
All right. Well, if you want to win a national championship in Division I, it's all about business.
It is business as usual.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you. Have a great time out there, and we'll look forward to talking to you when you get back.
Thanks.